Welcome to Hikecast number 5. Got a new cameraman with me. My brother Matthew is behind the camera. Say hi, Matthew.
Hi.
We're at the beginning of Surprise Creek Trail. We're going to be hitting Surprise Lake, Glacier Lake, and Trap Lake, possibly not in that order. We've got a ways to go today, so let's start.
Well, we're just about to enter the Alpine Lakes Wilderness. We're just a hair south of 2. We're going to be hiking south for about 5-6 miles till we turn onto the PCT. Well, here we are. There's Matthew. We're on the trail up. We've been going straight for probably about 2 miles, and now we're kind of at the end of the valley and starting to do more switchbacks up. Some pretty nice views here, as you can kind of see up there. And we're probably 2.5 miles up the trail, and we'll hopefully get to Surprise Lake before lunch.
Here we are. We're at Surprise Lake. We just had lunch. It's a beautiful view. Pretty good switchbacks up, and then it evens out a little. We're about to be heading up to Trap Lake, which is going to be kind of an adventure because it's almost straight up. But we've got the rest of the day to do it, and we'll see you when we get to the top of the ridge, maybe. Well, we just came over Trap Pass, and here directly below us is Trap Lake. We're gonna do our best to find our way down there. There's apparently no marked trail, and you know how that's gone for me recently. But we'll find it. Hopefully we'll camp down there, and well, we will talk to you again once we get down to that beautiful, beautiful lake. Here we are, we're at Trap Lake. It wasn't hard at all to find. Just about 5 miles, not 5 miles, 0.5 miles, 1/2 mile down from Trap Pass on the Pacific Crest Trail, and then down to here after like maybe 1/10 of a mile from there. It's beautiful. We've got some waterfalls out in the distance. We've got some beautiful campsites. The wind is picking up now, which should get rid of the freaking bugs, which are everywhere. And I forgot my bug spray, so that's kind of a problem. But lots of campsites rather. Abby's loving it. There's pikas whistling everywhere. Only one other tent here. It's great. And so we're gonna chill out here for a bit, then eat some food, go to sleep, get up in the morning, and hike up out of here. So one more story before we let you go for the night. You saw us over there when I was telling you about the campsite and how great it was. There was only one tent and things like that. Well, the people who owned that tent came back, and they didn't think it was great that there were now only 2 tents. We were on right behind a very big boulder from them, so they couldn't see us, we couldn't see them. We thought it was great. They didn't think it was great. They said that they wanted the backcountry experience, and thus that means no people, because people don't use the backcountry except for them, I guess. Not really clear on it. Anyway, because we're not jerks, we moved, and I think the campsite may be slightly better. You can't see the lake as well from it, but but just let this be a lesson to people that human beings are allowed to use the backcountry. This is just off of one of the most popular trails in the world, so I don't know how it's considered backcountry per se, but we'll leave that as it is. But when you're out there, just accept that other people are going to be enjoying it also, and try not to discommode them any more than you would want to be discommoded. It's the morning now, and we're back up here on Trap Pass, a little farther back from where the last video was. It's about 0.6 miles, a little more than that, up from the lake, which you can barely see down there, up to the pass here, and about 600 plus feet. So, pretty intense morning, but we're about to head downhill for almost the rest of the way, which I'm looking forward to. How about you? So here we are, our last lake on our little 3-lake tour. This is Glacier Lake. I think it's the biggest lake that we've been at, and this is pretty nice. After this, we're just hiking the 5.5 or so miles out to the trailhead, and unless we see something particularly spectacular, we'll probably see you then. Well, here we are at the trailhead, the beginning and the end of the trail. This was a good hike. We got a lot of good views. We got 3 beautiful lakes. Not too many people, not enough to enjoy the backcountry experience, but pretty difficult. This was about 3,800 feet, maybe not quite that much, but maybe 3,400 feet. That's what it is. Which is nothing to sneeze at in what ended up being somewhere between a 14 and 16 mile hike. We'll say 15, give or take a mile. The hike is in the Best Hikes with Dogs, Western Washington. Once again, I think this is the 3rd time in a row, the directions in here are not good. It says to turn just before going under a train trestle, but in fact you want to turn it says turn just after going under a train trestle. In fact, you want to turn just before going over one. So be it. But like I said, beautiful lakes, beautiful views, and I think you'll really enjoy this hike. As sort of a side note, this is probably going to be one of my last hike casts for a while. moving to Brazil in a few weeks here, and well, I'd love to do some Hikecasts from Brazil. In the meantime, I'm going to starting a new related project at www.hikecast.com. I hope you'll check it out when that comes online, and I'll see you around.